What's up? Welcome back on B Maths. Today we will solve JEE Advanced 2026 Paper 2nd, Section 3 Maths. So in this question, from we have a set A, okay, 1 to 5, set B, 1 to 7, and the number of elements in set A is 5, and number of elements in set B, which is 7, okay, and you can see the function is arrives A to B, and given also g of f of x is 2 to the power x, and x belongs to A for all. Okay, so let's suppose x1 and x2 belongs to A. Okay, map to the same value in B set. So so uh, g of f of x1 equals to g of f of x2. So f of x1 equals to f of x2. So 2 to the power of x1 equals to 2 to the power of x2. Then x1 equals to x2. Okay. So for the function g to exist, f should be 1 function. Okay. So function g exist f f f function should be 1 1. Okay. And also in this question we can see function f is a to b, and f of 2 not equals to 2, and f of 4 is not equals to 4 in this question. So the question is saying f of 2 not equals to 2, f of 4 not equals to 4. Let's say f of 2 not equals to 2 is a p1, and this is p2 conditions. So we have to find the number of 1 function contains upper condition, which is this, and this also. So let u be the u is a total number of 1 functions from A to B. Okay, so the number of this number of remaining functions n of t and equals to n of u minus of n of p. We can remove the part of this type of जहाँ पे f of 2 not equals to 2 आएगा and f of 4 not equals to 4 आएगा. We will remove them in this, and we should have to find a number of p1 intersection of p2. Let's say this is equation number first. So total 1 function numbers, let's say n of u, number of u is so we need to choose. First condition is we need to choose 5 different elements out of 7 in B. Okay, so here we get 7b5, which is let's solve it. It's very easy to solve for all students. So so the answer is 2520. Okay, the 1 function where f of 2 is np. So let's find this. When 1 function where f of 2 equals to 2 होता है, and let's say इसे कह सकते हैं n of p1. Okay, so when we fix this f of 2, so the remaining 6 elements in B, तो इनके टाइप्स कितने होंगे? तो n of p1 जो आएगा वो होगा 6p4, let's solve 6 5 4 and 3, and वो वाला cancel out हो जाएगा. So this comes 360. So we will do the same thing for f of 4. For f of 4 equals to 4, let's say इसे हम कह सकते हैं n of p2 for 1 function also. So the n of p2 is 6p4 when 4 is when we fix 4 in element. So here we will get 360. So the third condition in the question is uh, if we fix both, if we fix both f of 2 equals to 2 and f of 4 equals to 4. So इसे हम क्या कहेंगे इन नंबर्स ऑफ n ऑफ, इसे इन कह सकते हैं इंटरसेक्शन पॉइंट. ओके, yep. So n of p1 intersection of p2 is 5p3. When we solve this comes 60. Now from equation number first, so we want to solve n of t, which is equals to n of u minus n of p1 minus n of number of p2 and plus number of p1 intersection of p2. ओके, तो सेट इन t जो आएगा ना वो कितना होगा, वो होगा 2520 minus 360 and also plus 60. So we will get 1860 will be the answer of this question. Okay, next question is question number 11. In this question, 6 distinct book of mathematics, 5 books of physics, and 11 books. 6 books are chosen at random. Okay. So here we want to find the values of 7 alpha. Here we can see this. Now see the questions. Okay. Let's start to solve it. So let's say n is the number of maths book selection. Okay, selected math books. Okay. So the maximum number of physics book is 5, which means 6 minus m less than equals to 5. So m होगा greater than equals to 1. Okay, our first condition, and m less than equals to 6 भी होगा. Okay, so m here m can take place m जो होगा वो ले सकता है 1 2 3 4 5 6. मैक्सिमम नंबर्स ऑफ बुक्स 6 है यहाँ पे. So let's say x, capital X क्या होगा, difference between number of math book and physics book chosen. Okay, so here's the condition of x equals to हो जाएगा m minus 6 minus m. Okay, so we will get 2m minus 6 in this question. Okay, let's find the values of x for all m values. ठीक है, when m equals to 1, so when m equals to 1, 2 of 1 minus 6 equals to 4. When m equals to 2, it will get 2. When m equals to 3, we will get 0. When m equals to 4, then we will get 2. When m equals to 5, then 4. m equals to 6, then 6. Okay, so the possible values of for x are, क्या होगी, x की possible values होगी जो वो कौन सी होगी, 0 2 4 6. Okay, x की ये है यहाँ पे possible values. So now we will find the probability of x. So the total number of ways to choose in 6 books. Yep, 6 books out of 11. So the total books जो होंगी, total number of chosen books हो जाएगी 11 c 6. Okay, let's solve this. 11 10 9 8 and 7 4. Yep. So when we solve this and 2 also, so the total is 462. Okay. For x equals to 0, when m equals to 3 पर हम देखेंगे तो जो प्रोबेबिलिटी होगी ना एट x equals to 0 पे जो प्रोबेबिलिटी होगी, तो हमने पहले तो हमने 6 में से 3 चूज़ की, देन फिर 5 बची थी तो 5 में से हमने फिर 3 चूज़ की, एंड देन 462 टोटल. ओके, तो जो प्रोबेबिलिटी आई 20 माइनस देन दैट्स ऑल 462 and then we will get 200 out of 200 by 462. For x equals to 2, then m equals to 2 and 4, when m was 2 equals to 4. Okay, so the probability at x equals to 2 is सर सबसे पहले मैंने 6 में से 2 की सिलेक्ट, फिर 5 में से 4, देन 6 में से 4 की उल्टा भी होगा, एंड देन 5 में से 2. I know this is tough for you, but I know how to solve these type of questions. Okay, and I'm using a calculator for the calculation. So okay, yeah, you'll find this 225 by 462. Now check, now not check, now find for x probability at x equals to 4 when m was 1 and 5. Then we get this 6 6 में से 5 and then 5 में से 5 भी चूज कर सकते हैं, then 6 में से 5 and then एक 5 लिए तो एक बची थी and then एक हमने चूज की. ठीक है, तो 462 आ गया. Okay, so 6 1 plus 6 into 5, then 462, and we will get 36 out of by 462. And last one, find probability for at 6 when m equals to 6, m was 6 था, so 6 में से 6 भी नहीं ले सकते हैं, then एक कम हो गई थी and then एक भी नहीं ले सकते हैं. ठीक है, so here we will get 1 by 462. now total probability जो होगी like x equals to 0 वाली and this and also this, so the summation of p of x equals to 200 225 36 plus 1 by 462. So when we will add all the values, numerator and denominator was equal, and then we will find 1. So we are in the right direction because of the distribution is correct. It will get it comes 1. So the mean, now the mean is alpha of the random expected value. ठीक है, okay, and variable हमने लिया था x, वेरिएबल हमने लिया था x. ओके, एक्सपेक्टेड वैल्यू है जो यहाँ पे वो है ex. ओके, सो द अल्फा इक्वल्स टू ex इक्वल टू समेशन ऑफ x into probability. Okay, this is the formula, like formula we can say, but when you will solve this type of question you will get it. फर्स्ट when 0 पे हमने चेक किया था तो 462 ये वाला था, फिर हमने 2 पे भी किया था 225 by 462, then 4 पे 36 by 462, and then 6 पे हमने किया था तो 462 1 by 462. Okay, so it will get 600 by 462. when we solve it, 100 by 77, and what we want, I think 77 alpha. Yep, so the value of 77 alpha equals to 100. So we have solved this question. Now going on next one. Okay, well, okay, so question number 12 is based on mean, variance. Okay, well, so the total observation is 10, whose mean is 5, variance 7. So we have given number of observation, let's say n equals to 10, and mean, तो mean को लिख सकते हैं x bar of 10 which is 5, and variance को लिखते हैं sigma square, तो 10 observations के variance and ये दे रखे हैं. Okay, for the first observation, this question says in the first observation numbers n equals to 8 observations हैं in first okay, this was messed up. n equals to 8, and हमें मीन हमें दिया है x बार 8 का जो कि 4, and वेरिएंस हमें गिवन है 3.5. okay, and also give it that x of 9 is less than of x of 10, which is important. Let's see. Now going on, we know the formula summation of x equals to n into x bar. So summation of x for 8 observations, 8 into 4, which is 32. For 10 observations के लिए 1 to 10. I know I just solved this question not properly. I mean समझा नहीं पा रहा हूँ not. So let's see. I think कोशिश करूँ समझने की. I just solved it. Plus 9 and हमें 10 term 10 term लगी है. And it will get this. Okay. So 32 x9 x10 equals to 50 है. So x9 plus x10 equals to 18 आ जाएगा. That's it. This is the question number first. Now for the variance. Formula is sigma square equals to summation of x square by numbers and mean का square. So हमें चाहिए ये summation of x square equals to n times sigma square plus x bar का whole square. First for the first 8 observations. For the first observation xi square I equals to 1 to 8, and it will get 8 into 3.5 plus 4 square, which is 8 into 19.5 will get 156. Okay. For 10 observations, तो 10 observations के लिए क्या हो जाएगा xi square I equals to 1 to 10, which is equals to 10 into 7 plus 5 square, which is 10 into 32, not 3.2, it's 32, so it will come 320. Now the total of it, of all of them. So the total is summation xi square I equals to 1 to 8 plus x to the power 9 square and x to the power 10 square equals to 320. So x to the power 9 square plus x to the power 10 square equals to 164. So this is equation number second. Let's solve equation number first and equation. When we solve equation number first, equation number second. So here will come x to the power 9 into, sorry, x to the not 9, x9 into x10 will come equals to 80. Let's put in equation number first. So when we put it in equation number first, we will get it will comes x9 equals to 8 and x9 equals to 10. So our condition is x9 is less than x10 and x10 is 10. So this was wrong and that was right. So we want to find 3 times of x9 plus 2 times of x10, the value of 3 into 8 plus 2 into 10, it will get 44. Yep. Okay. So this question is solved. JEE advanced 12 number question. Now going on. Next one, 13th number question. So we have given that equation of ellipse, which is e square by 18, sorry, x square by 18, y square by 12 equals to 1, and h be the hyperbola whose eccentricity is reciprocal to the eccentricity of e, and foci are same. Let's say um, a1 square is 18 for e, and b1 square is 12. For ellipse, the formula of eccentricity is b1 square equals to a1 square in bracket 1 minus e1 square. So 12 equals to 18 in bracket 1 minus e1 square. So this will we cancel out 2 and we get 3. So e1 comes 1 by root 3. Okay. The coordinates of foci of e is plus minus a1 e1 comma 0. Okay. So plus minus root 18 into 1 by root 3 comma 0, and it will get plus minus root 6 comma 0. Yep. So this is the coordinate of foci of ellipse. Now going on, equation of hyperbola. Equation of hyperbola is x square by a2 square minus y square by b2 square equals to 1. So in this question given that E1 of E is reciprocal to the for hyperbola. So for the eccentricity for hyperbola is E2 equals to root 3. Okay, and foci of hyperbola is plus minus A2 E2 comma 0. Yep, which is equals to plus minus root 6 comma 0. Yep. So A2 into E2 equals to root 6. When E2 equals to root 3, and we put this, so A2 equals to 2, and A2 square, sorry, root 2, and A2 square equals to 2. Yep. For B2 square, we want to find B2. Now use the centricity formula for hyperbola. So B2 square equals to A2 square in bracket A2 square minus 1. So it will be 3 minus 1, which is 4. So B2 square equals to 4. Now the equation of hyperbola is x square by 2 minus y square by 4 equals to 1. Now um, let P and Q be the points of intersection of hyperbola of this and the parabola of this in the first quadrant, and let D be the distance between PQ. Okay, so when we will find this, let's say P is a parabola which is root 5y equals to x square. So when we intersect those curves, it will be root 5y by 2 minus y square by 4 equals to 1. So y square minus 2 root 5y plus 4 equals to 0. So y equals to 2 root 5 plus minus root 20 minus 16 by 2. Now 2 root 5 plus minus 2 by 2, and we will get y equals to root 5 plus minus 1. Yep. So y1 equals to, let's say y1 equals to root 5 plus 1, and y2 equals to root 5 minus 1. So the x1 equals to root of, when we put the this value of y in parabola, so x1 equals to root of 5 of root 5, and x2 equals to 5 minus root 5. Yeah. For first quadrant, for the first quadrant, let's say this value, this will be the p, and this will be q. Okay. Yep. So distance of between PQ, let's say D equals to root 5 plus 1 minus root 5 plus 1, and whole square, plus root of 5 plus root 5 minus root of 5 minus root 5 and whole square. So this will be cancelled out, and when you solve this, you will get this 10 minus 4 root 5. So D square equals to 14 minus 4 root 5. Yeah, this is the answer. Now compare to D, this to this, D square equals to A plus B root 5. Now A equals to 14, B equals to minus 4, and we want A minus B, which is 14 plus 4 equals to 18. So the this was easy question for all the students. Now going on last one question in this section. Whoa. So question number 14. That's the actual better question from all others. So here we have this fx, gx, ab, continuous, discontinuous. Okay. So let's say you can write fx equals to x cube and then ln 1 plus sine square of pi, and x minus fraction part of x, sorry, greatest int is the function of x, and this, let's say hx equals to ln 1 plus sine square of pi fraction part function of x. Okay, so fraction part function is continuous in everywhere except at integers. Okay, so let's check the limits. Okay, so at limits at x equals to k. Okay, so a right hand limit, let's say a right hand limit is limit x tends to k plus and h of x is given ln 1 plus sine square 0 equals to 0, it will be 0. And left hand limit will be limit x tends to k minus of h of x equals to ln of 1 plus sine square of pi, let's pi, it will also be 0. And h of k is also be 0. Now here will be h is, so the h of x क्या होगा, कंटिन्यूस होगा फॉर ऑल x बिलोंग्स टू -3 to 3 एंड 3 to 3 इसमें नहीं है, ऐड नहीं है, बट दिस पार्ट ग्रेटेस्ट इंटीजर फंक्शन ऑफ एक्स क्यूब इज डिसकंटिन्यूअस. ओके, सो ग्रेटेस्ट इंटीजर फंक्शन ऑफ एक्स क्यूब क्या होगा, डिसकंटिन्यूअस होगा एट x इक्वल्स टू n to the power 1/3 फॉर n belongs to that's it integer. Yep. So h of x equals to 0 at integers and the value for it x जो होगा वो belong करेगा इन इस values पे 0 1 and last one 2. Let's check. हम check करेंगे. Now we will check at x equals to 0 p. So when x cube equals to 0, okay, into limit x tends to 0 plus f of x जो होगा वो क्या होगा 0. ओके, एंड 0 इंटू लिमिट x टेंस टू 0 माइनस के लिए जो एफ एक्स होगा वो क्या होगा -1 इंटू 0 विच इज इक्वल टू 0. एंड ऑल्सो एफ ऑफ 0 इक्वल टू 0 आ ही रहा है ना, देन दिस विल बी कंटिन्यूअस. ओके, नाउ चेक एट x इक्वल टू 1 पे. सो व्हेन x क्यूब इक्वल टू 1 इंटू limit x tends to 1 plus f of x equals to 1 into 0 which is 0. And when left hand limit 1 minus of fx, then it will come 0 into 0 and 0. And f of 1 तो हमें 0 मिल ही रहा था, so it will also be continuous. Check at x equals to 2 पे x cube equals to 8 आ जाता है into I think messed up, 8 into limit x tends to 2 plus so this is right hand limit, it will get 8 into 0 which is also be 0. And left hand limit 2 minus के लिए f of x, it will 7 into 0 which is also be 0. And f of 2 you can tease up to 0 हो ही रहा था, then it was also continuous. Now check it -1 and -2 at x equals to -1 पे. Okay, so x cube equals to -1 हमने assume कर लिया and now से assume value put किया, then it will get -1 into 0 then 0. And then left hand limit x tends to 1 minus f of x is also be -2 into 0, it is also be 0. F of -1 also will be 0, it gets 0, then it will continuous. Now check it last one at x equals to -2 per. Okay, so x cube equals to -8 limit x tends to -2 where right hand limit, so f of x will be -8 into 0, it will get 0. And limit x tends to -2 पे left hand limit f of x जो आएगा -9 into 0, it will get also 0. And f of -2 equals to 0 होगा यानी कि कंटिन्यूअस होगा. ओके, क्या होगा, कंटिन्यूअस हो जाएगा. नाउ ऑल अदर्स 48 पॉइंट्स होंगे ना, ऑल अदर्स जो 48 पॉइंट्स होंगे वहाँ पे x इक्वल्स टू n to the power 1/3 पे ln x जो होगा वो नॉट इक्वल्स टू 0 होगा. सो क्या सॉरी ln x नॉट नहीं h of x, सो f x जो होगा f x ये क्या हो जाएगा डिसकंटिन्यूअस. सो हमें मिल जाता है डिसकंटिन्यूअस पॉइंट्स कितने हो जाते हैं 53 -5, it will get 48 our first value. Now going on GX. So GX, where is GX? Okay. तो GX में आगे ग्रेटेस्ट इंटीजर फंक्शन नहीं है. So GX इक्वल्स टू आ जाता है x क्यूब साइन स्क्वायर ऑफ पाई ln 1 प्लस fraction part function. Yep. Now let's check it in this way. कौन से पॉइंट्स में चेक करना, -2 -1 0 1 2, इन पे इस पे भी चेक करना पड़ेगा. एट x इक्वल्स टू k पे क्या हो जाएगा, जो g ऑफ x होगा वो हो जाएगा k क्यूब साइन स्क्वायर ऑफ पाई ऑफ ln 1 प्लस 0 विच इज 0. ओके. एंड देन राइट हैंड लिमिट हम देख लेते हैं क्या हो जाएगी, k क्यूब इंटू साइन स्क्वायर ऑफ पाई ऑफ ln 1 प्लस 0 0. देन लेफ्ट हैंड लिमिट x टेंड्स टू k माइनस पे, देन gx विल क्या हो जाएगा, k क्यूब इंटू साइन स्क्वायर ऑफ पाई ln 2, ये हो जाएगा. Okay, so for the continuity at x equals to k, okay, x equals to k, this value should be 0, but it isn't. Okay, so gx is continuous at x equals to 0, but discontinuous at x equals to -2 -1 1 and 2. Okay, so mod of b जो हमारा आएगा वो 4 आ जाएगा, कि मैं डिसकंटिन्यूअस पॉइंट्स निकाल देते. ओके. नाउ this set A has 48 points. Okay, and 0. So A intersection of Z जो आएगा 5 यानी कुछ भी नहीं, and A intersection जो B आएगा वो भी कुछ भी नहीं आएगा. So A intersection जो B आना चाहिए वो आएगा 0. So the value of and also we want to find this value, determinant of A plus mod of A mod of B minus mod of A intersection B, which is equals to 48 plus 2 into 4 minus 0, which is equals to 56. Yeah. So section 3, I think, yeah, section 3 is fully completed. Now now you should like, subscribe. I think I should write this, like and do subscribe, and also you can do comments for daily JEE questions. Okay, subscribe to BMS. Well, bye.
वीडियोस बनाने हैं, फिल्मोरा है ना.